Hi everyone, welcome to Hearthstone Herald, where we talk about Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. I am Makati, and today we are Tuesday, May 28th, where we are going to do some Forge. Yes, today is Forge Day, like every Tuesday, and this week is the Warlock theme, so we are going to Forge Warlock. There was a forge proposed by arcanedust.com, and that's the one we're going to do today. So if you already did the forge on Arcane Dust, you might probably be interested. That was, wow, that must have been horrible. That must have been a horrible sight for you to see. Like, I know, I have like, okay, whenever you're tired, you know, you like go like that. And but since I was talking, I was, you know, I wanted to see you guys, and I did this. Like, that's the ugliest. When I was at school, when I was a little boy, you know, I liked to scare the girls off by doing like that. That was so amazing. They were running away. Oh no, that's so disgusting. No. I guess that was my first day as a zombie, and I am already prepared for when I will rise from the ground whenever a necromancer comes by. I'm sure one day there will be necromancers and I'll be ready. I already have all the tricks. Do I get carried away or what? Yes, because we were forging, damn it. Stop this, you spirit. Yeah, get away. That's it. Thank you. Where was I? Yes, today I did not put any form of wax in my hair. So if there's any ladies around you watching, I usually put wax. I usually look way better. And I hope this doesn't hurt your eyes. And I actually have a little stain here from my toothpaste. Oh, so bad. Can you see it? Toothpaste. Anyways, thank you all viewers, first I want to say, because we have passed the 10 subscriber mark. Yes! Now we are 2 numbers. And there's a long way to the 100. I really hope we get there one day. But right now, if you like what we do here, then just spread the word. Tell it to everyone. Go out on the street. I want you to take a billboard and say, I love Hearthstone Herald. Just watch it with me, alright? And if you don't, I will eat this billboard. Oh, I feel sorry for you if you have to do that. I don't take any responsibility. Let's get on with the forging and see what we have offered. So first, I prepared all those little nice tabs. I hope I don't have any duplicates. I hope I did all the right left click open in a new tab, and that all the left clicks were bestowed upon a different link. But first, we have to select our class, and it's going to be the Warlock. Yes. No, that's not the way to do it. Am I stupid? Looking for the deck builder, click here, and we go for Warlock. Submit. Now we are all set. And we can start doing those drafts. I remember the first day I drafted, but you know what? I'm going to keep that story for another time because I've wasted enough time. Right now is our first pick. Alright, let's get things started. And we start with already some nice possibilities. We have a Taunt minion. We have Soulfire, which is very good at dealing direct damage to the very annoying cost of discarding a random card. Oh, that hurts, but we are Warlock. And in Constructed, it can be very annoying to discard a random card because oftentimes you'll have like, you have really a thought-out strategy, and of course the Soulfire is going to take out one of your win conditions that you can never get back from the graveyard, because there is no way to get things from the graveyard as of today. So it is not as annoying in Forge because, well, there's not really, like, you don't have a theme, you don't have a well, you try to make a strategy, of course, but you don't rely upon specific cards as much, so it's not bad, and it's 0 cost anyways. And we can offset this discard with the hero power, so it's a good thing. Elven Archer, we've seen it's been useful. in some situations. I think I'd rather go with the removal right now, because removal is always good, and if you don't have removal in the end, it's going to be very annoying. I would have picked the Elven Archer later on if I already had a Gurubashi Berserker, which is a minion I really like. But let's not get too. Let's not watch the future with too big eyes. Right now we're in the present, and present is a gift, as said Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. So what happens if I click here? Oh no! Wait! Oh, such a blunder! I can't do this. I can't do this. If I do this, yes, I can now. Yes, we can. Okay, so I add a Soulfire to my deck, and I discard this. All right. Let's just refresh now. We have a Dark Summoner. First minion you play each turn costs 3 less. This is very good. This is very good because it's not easy to get rid of a 3 health. It does cost 5, however, so it comes really late. But I like it. Summoning Portal is kind of the same, but for a lesser cost. It's actually harder to deal with it, but it does not have board presence. So it's kind of, do I want board presence? Do I want this and that? But then I see Demon Fire. Demon Fire, aka Chaos Bolt, which has changed name because he didn't like the name his mother gave him. No, I don't see anything wrong with being called Chaos Bolt. I mean, if someone went on the street and, hey, Chaos Bolt, how are you doing, man? I say, yeah, I'm Rock, and I have the most super awesome name in the world, but I prefer you to call me Demon Fire because it's even more awesome. That was his mind process when changing names. But anyways, we are a Warlock. We're definitely going to see some demons in that draft. I really hope so. If we don't, then okay, I'm a little screwed, but still, it's a 2 damage to a minion, whatever happens. This is very potent. All these cards are very potent. I don't like skipping any of these, but really, if I have to choose, I take Demon Fire because it has more versatility. Let's take that one and go on to the next booster. If we can call them boosters. Okay, this is a very easy choice, in my opinion. I really don't like Bloodfen Raptor. It's just a 3/2 vanilla. The only thing it takes advantage of is being a beast. But if I'm not a hunter, I don't really want to draft beasts because I'm not sure I'm gonna get things that will help me get there, boost them and things. And 3/2 for 2 with nothing is really bad. Always, Snapjaw has a huge body. But unless I have a Crazed Alchemist in my deck, it does not have enough. It does not have taunt. It does not pose any big threat. It's just two attacks. So most of the time you won't be able to get rid of minions in front of you. Where Chillwind Yeti, while not being the most amazing forecast, is very decent, and it's something really the opponent wants to deal with. It will it has 5 health, so it's good for survivability, and the 4 damage can either get you board control or can deal damage to the enemy hero. So I really like Chillwind Yeti. I go with that one. And then we go on to the next one, Bane of Doom, Mountain Giant, and Pit Lord. I said I wanted demons. I really don't want Pit Lord. Okay, let's put it this way. Perhaps in Forge it's better than in Constructed. There's chances that this is going to be much better because there's not as much removal in Forge than there is in Constructed. A Mountain Giant, it is very potent, but you know, you have to have cards in your hand. Of course, Warlock has draw power. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I like Mountain Giant. He's very, very problematic once it's on the field. And really, like, I'm pretty sure that at turn 12, at the 10th turn, I can play him. So, because I can, as a Warlock, I can still use my hero power to draw extra cards and to make sure that I do have those two cards in my hand. Well, 3 cards in my hand by the 10th turn. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Bane of Doom deals 2 damage to a character. If that kills it, summon a random demon. Random demon means any demon. It can be any demon. It can even be Lord Jaraxxus, but it won't have the battle cry effect. So in a lot of situations, Bane of Doom can be good. In a lot of situations, Bane of Doom can actually be a very bad play. It's kind of a random thing. You never know what's going to happen. But for that to actually happen, you have to kill the character you're targeting, and only dealing 2 damage will not get you very far. I don't like Bane of Doom. So it's either I go with an extremely aggressive deck and I say, okay, screw the 7 damage. I want to put as much pressure as I can on my opponent. Or it's, I hope that in the late game I'll be able to play that Mountain Giant, but I'm not sure I will. So I think I'd rather go with the Pit Lord. I'd rather go with the Pit Lord because at least I can play it. I can always play it. Mountain Giant, I cannot always play it. Bane of Doom, it's not always useful. So I go with a card that is always useful. And I forgot to refresh, so let's refresh this so I can add it to my deck. Yes, thank you. On to the next pick. And this is Stone Tusk Boar, 1/1 charge. Senjin Shieldmaster, which by the way in my previous video I called Senjin Warmaster. Sorry about that, Senjin. I changed your name as well. I'm really sorry. Didn't mean to. And a Dalaran Mage with spell power +1. Spell power is always cool. It's extremely cool when you're playing a mage. With a Warlock, there's some direct damage spells, but like I'm not sure. I think Senjin Shieldmaster is actually very good. I really like it. It's a 3/5 with taunt, so the numbers here are rather good. 3 damage is significant. 5 health is significant. The fact that he has taunt allows me to survive longer, but the fact that he has that much damage actually makes him have a lot more presence on the board. I always like that minion, and I will take it with no hesitation. Sorry. I'm coughing my intestines out. Okay, here, in my opinion, this is a no-brainer. I am going Mind Control Tech, because Mind Control Tech is so powerful. Yeah. Mana Addict is more conditional, and the Felguard, most of the time I don't like it because of that Mana Crystal destruction. If you have a very aggressive deck, then it's good. Because, like, it's a control aggro deck, of course, but because you don't mind the losing of that Mana Crystal. But I don't know yet if I'm gonna mind losing a Mana Crystal or not, because it can really put you in a bad situation. On turn 3, of course, you play it and your opponent is like, oh no, Felguard! And then on turn 8, you have, let's say you went second, your opponent is at 8 crystals and you only have 6, you're gonna have 7 the next, but you know, there's such a big difference that I don't know, I don't like it too much. So I'm going with Mind Control Tech because it's an amazing card anyways. Shadow Bolt! Shadow Bolt is crowd control, only to a minion of course, but it's a 3 for 4. It's really efficient. I like it. I like the Arch. Oh, the Archmage has gone down. It used to be 4/7. I didn't notice that from the leaks. Now it used to be 4/8. Now it's 4/7. Which is kind of logical. I think it's not a big change, but it does have a little bit of effect. Still, I think Shadow Bolt right now is what I want. I'm going to have board control. I think we're more set right now for a more control type of deck. So let's go with Shadow Bolt. Let's go with Shadow Bolt. Here is our next pick, Spellbreaker. I like Spellbreaker because I think that you get to silence a minion and you have board presence altogether. Of course, if you compare it to the Chillwind Yeti, it has 2 less health, but I think the silencing is very, very potent. Dark Sounder, once again. Here we have him again. And Power Overwhelming. Power Overwhelming is kind of a tricky card to play. In some situations, it's a horrible draw. In some situations, it's a very good draw. In Constructed, I really like it because there's ways to combo with it. Outside of Constructed, it's a little more difficult to play, in my opinion. Still, it still works like kind of a direct damage spell, but you do sacrifice a minion. But it's still good. It's still good. I'm not saying it's bad. But really, I like to have the option to silence something. I think I'm going with the Spellbreaker. Yeah, let's go with the Spellbreaker. If he would like to... Oh, okay, there you go. That was a little bit of lag. Spellbreaker it is. And now let's move on to the next pick. Wow, okay, so... Right now, earlier I was saying that we are more in like a control kind of deck. And here we have all aggressive cards. I'm not fond of Stormpike Commando. I'm not fond because 99% of the time it's just gonna come down to pay 5, deal 2 damage. And the next turn it'll be gone. Of course, it will get me rid of a little minion or something has a little bit of board presence, not that much. For 5 cost, I really fail to see why they value this so much. I mean, if you compare this with the Elven Archer we had at in the first booster, the Elven Archer is 1/1 for 1, so usually you can expect a 1/1 to be a 2/1, and it deals 1 damage. So like the value of 1 damage is kind of okay, 1 damage versus 1 attack. So it's like a 6/2 for 5, which I wouldn't like to play. So Wolf Rider can actually, I think it's probably the one I'm gonna pick, even though I'm currently very high in the mana region right now. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. It's going to be another 3 cost, but I think it's a decent 3 cost. It deals with the board, and it can put a little bit of early pressure if there's nothing on the board. So, yeah, I take Wolf Rider. I take Wolf Rider. Can act as removal. Let's go with the next pick. Let's go with the next pick. And here we are back with another Spellbreaker, Adventure Co-Mercenary. And a Summoning Portal. Summoning Portal. This is again a tough choice. Do we go with a 7/6 that increases the cost of minions, so that basically kind of stops us from playing anything else until it's dead, but it has huge board presence. It's something the opponent wants to deal with. I think it's actually a very potent card. Even if you don't get to play minions for a turn or 2 while it's there, I think it's good. I think it's good. The Summoning Portal is nice as well. Reducing the cost of minions by 2 is very good. It's a tough call, really. It's a tough call. It's a tough call, but I think I want some... I like board pressure. I like pressure more than tactics. So, because someone can, more than strategy, because someone can break my strategy. Like, this is not always going to be good. This is always going to be good. Spellbreaker, I already have one. So I'm satisfied right now, and I think really this can be a huge game swinger. So I'm taking the Mercenary. I'm taking the Mercenary. And here I have the option to keep going with a defensive setup with the Ironfur Grizzly. Or I could play the Goldshire Footman to have some low cost things. I don't really want the Boulder Fist Ogre right now. It is a nice minion to draft. But I already have my Venture Co Mercenary and my Chillwind Yeti and my Pit Lord in the big thing department, in the bigger things department. And right now, I think I'm either going to go for the Footman or the Grizzly. But in my opinion, the Grizzly has more board presence. He can do more things in the later game. Goldshire Footman can buy me some time early on, but not really that much. I'm going with the Grizzly. I know. I have a lot of 3 cost and 4 cost. I'll have to go a little bit lower on the curve at some point. But right now, this is my pick. This is my pick, guys. Ancient Mage, Battle Cry, give adjacent minions spell power +1. Potent in a mage deck, extremely potent in a mage deck. Here, not so much in a Warlock deck. Alarmobot really needs to be constructed. So Crazed Alchemist can actually be very, very useful. Playing some tactics. I like that. I like Crazed Alchemist. I think I'm gonna take it. And by the way, I want it to be lower on the curve. Here we are. Right now, it doesn't combo really well with anything I have, so I can't use the Crazed Alchemist with any of my minions to like take advantage of it. The only one that works with it is the Shield Master. But still, I know I have one in my deck. And if I come against, if I see a Mogushan Warrior, for instance, I know I'll take it. Because I know I have the Crazed Alchemist and there's a nice combo to play with it. So here we are, and go to the next pick. Drain Life, deal 2 damage, restore 2 health. Silverback Patriarch, 1/4 with Taunt. And Bloodfen Raptor, 3/2. Okay, Drain Life is one of those spells that really is costs too much for what it does. Most 3 cost direct damage spells deal 3 damage and have a neat effect to boot. Drain Life has an okay effect to boot. Oh, la 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 la. Has an okay effect to boot because it heals 2 health to my hero, but it only deals 2 damage. So really paying 3 to do 2 damage is... I mean, direct damage spells are there not to gain you health. They are there to get you rid of what's on the board. But really, when you compare it with Silverback Patriarch or Bloodfen Raptor, the Raptor, I said already, I don't like it. It's not cost effective. Neither is Drain Life and nor is the Patriarch. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't like this booster. But right now, I'm just gonna go with the direct damage. I know Silverback Patriarch can combo with the Crazed Alchemist, but it's really not the best combo in the world. Okay, Drain Life it is. Albeit not being my favorite card in the Warlock's arsenal. And here we go with the next one. Demon Fire! Again. Youthful Brewmaster, Harvest Golem, both good cards, but really, Demon Fire, I love you so much more. So much more potency in this card. So Demon Fire it is, and here we go with the next pick. And another Sentient Shieldmaster, another Ironfur Grizzly, and a Murloc boosting Grimscale Oracle, whom we don't care about. So the question is really, do we want a 4 cost or do we want a 3 cost? And it's actually a tough question to answer. I think I prefer the Shield Master. I think I prefer the Shield Master. More ward presence, more survivability. Shield Master it is. And our next pick is either going to be a Shield Bearer, an Abusive Surgeon, or a Direwolf Alpha. Okay, there's one thing I really like about the Abusive Surgeon is that it's always useful. I mean, as long as you have a minion on the board. But when you do, that +2 attack can actually mean a lot of things. You can do a lot of things with that. I like that card. The Direwolf Alpha also is very potent. And since we have a lot of high health minions, we can probably rely on those minions being on the board longer. But right now, and I like the fact that they're all three low cost things. So right now, I would satisfy myself with any of these. I think Shield Bearer is going to help me a little bit more than the other two, but yeah, they're more aggressive, and this is more defensive. I feel like I already have nice. Yeah, it's kind of well rounded right now between aggression and defense. So I've got to make a choice, right? I've got to make a choice. I'm going with the Shield Bearer. I'm going with the Shield Bearer, and knowing that I have 2 Demon Fires that I can boost him with rather early on, and it can mean a lot of trouble for my opponent. It's going to be a 3-something, and really hard to deal with. I like it. And I can also combo it with the Crazed Alchemist, maybe later on. So yeah, that's the one I'm going with. Shield Bearer, thank you, welcome to the crew. And here we go with the next one, next pick. Okay, this is kind of a no-brainer for me. Those two are really not very useful. Bluegill Warrior acts as a 2-1 direct damage, in my opinion, much better. Well, it's not really direct damage because if something has taunt in the front, but really, and in the beginning can put some pressure. I like it. I like it. So I have kind of a taunt charge deck. Funny. You don't think it's funny? Screw you! No, I don't mean this. I don't mean this. I don't mean this, dear viewer. I want to apologize. I didn't mean to say this. I love you. I really love you, and I want you to know that I really care about you. I don't want to say screw you, okay? Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get back to the work, shall we? And, ooh. Oh, I'm all teared up now. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. Shadow Flame is a huge spell. I love it. I love it. I really love that spell. It destroys one of my minions, of course, but there's so much potency in this. It can clear a whole board very easily. And then I have Azure Drake, which has spell power. I've overlooked spell power minions right up till now, but this one is rather good because it has both board presence and it's a cantrip. So it's never something. It replenishes your hand. It's not a lost card. It's of course it's a 4/4 for 5. It's not optimal, but it's not bad either. Demolisher I like as well. I like all those 3 cards, but really, if I have to make a choice, I go with Shadow Flame. I want to be able to wipe the board completely. So yeah, okay, I forgot to do this refresh again. Sorry guys, sorry. I'm so sorry about this. Now, let's see. Okay, so we have a Dalaran Mage, a Voodoo Doctor, the Battle Cry, restore 2 health, and charging Stone Tusk Boar. Huh. Okay, I think I'll go with the I think I'll go with the mage. I'll go with the Dalaran mage because those two are not really sexy. And this I can do things with it with the Dalaran mage. I can do things with it. I can do things with it. So I'll take him. Yeah. So that's this pick. Now, Dark Iron Dwarf, Dark Iron. Oh, Mogushan Warden. Did I say I was going to take him if I got one? I guess I will then. Okay. Crazed Alchemist combo. Very nice defense. I like both these other two, but right now, I kind of want to try this. I want to try this. I want to. Hopefully I can get another Power Overwhelmed. That would be so cool as a combo with Crazed Alchemist. Like on turn 4, you play Mogushan Warden. Then on turn 5, you play Crazed Alchemist, Soulfire, and Power Overwhelmed. And you attack him with a 13, 13 damage with a Mogushan Warden. Could be good. Well, yeah, of course you better kill him with that though, because then your Mogushan Warden is dead. But I like it. I like it. I like the ideas of what we can do with a Mogushan Warden in the current setup. Okay. Oh, 3 horrible picks. Yes, Death Coil is probably the most horrible card that was ever made. 1 damage, and only if it kills a minion you draw a card. Go away, I don't like you. Drain life, as we said, it's now I regret taking that drain life earlier. I regret it. And Gnomish Inventor, direct damage for the win. Whatever happens, direct damage for the win. Underwhelming, but okay. Power Overwhelming! Jadefire Satire. A 5/5 with stealth that's hard to deal with. And an abusive Sergeant. Sergeant. I like the things we could achieve with Power Overwhelming. I think I'm gonna go with it. I like the fact that Jadefire's Satire has stealth. It's hard to deal with, but once it has served its purpose, it's no longer as good, and the opponent can always prepare for it. It's a good card. But really, I think I could get more value out of Power Overwhelming. I take it. Arcane Dust, Hearthstone. Refresh this to be able to pick cards. Okay, now Bloodfen Raptor is no good. We have either a 6/4 with taunt or a 7/7 for 7. I think we are good in the taunt department, and I really like War Golem. I prefer the little ogre, but 7/7 is something that's not easy to deal with, and I take it happily. Oh, an Imp Master, Siphon Soul. Ooh, best removal in the game, people. One of the best removals anyways. Because it leaves nothing behind. And the Ancient Mage. I like the Imp Master a lot, but right now I can see that I have a really very in the 3/4 cost. So I can really afford to take a 6 cost at this moment, and really, its removal, it beats Imp Master. It beats Imp Master, way beats it. Succubus. Did I say earlier that I could Demon Fire my my Mogushan Warden? That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that, guys. I said a mistake, and I keep saying mistakes all the time. I know I do. Right now, Succubus, I'm so sad that she became a 4/3 she was just right with 4/4 in my opinion. It was like the downside of discarding a random card. It was actually paying the right price for being a 4/3 makes it much more easier to deal with. I'm so sad about it, but still I need some demons. I lack demons in this deck. I lack demons. I have Soulfires, but they're not as good if I don't have demons. So let's take her. Let's take her. And by the way, those two are not that good. Cobalt Geomancer against, if I were a mage, I'd jump on it right away. I jump on it not in the fashion that you are thinking. I can hear you think right from here, guys. Don't exaggerate, okay? Okay, that's not what I meant. I'm jumping on a Cobalt because I want to take it. I mean, put it in my deck, right? Nothing special about this. You think wrong about me. Blood Imp, ooh, stealth. Your other minions have +1 health. I like that card. It gives a lot of survivability. I don't have enough demons in my deck right now. It's just another good reason to have Blood Imp. Of course, I love Cult Master. Of course, I love Ironbeak Owl. They're hard to pass on. But I think Blood Imp can actually do me a lot of good. I'll take Blood Imp. I take Blood Imp. Especially in Forge format where not everyone will have ways to deal mass damage and get rid of him. He can very well stay for the whole game on the board. So this is so potent in Forge. I just can't pass him. And here with 4 last picks. The 4 last picks. Footman, Dalaran Mage, Grimscale Oracle. Okay, like I said, I've okay, I can definitely get some more 1 costs. I have a lot of 3 costs right now. I rather have 1 cost. Okay, Footman, join the crew. Okay, I have 1 silence. I have 1. Oh wait, Ancient Watcher. Ancient Watcher. Ancient Watcher. You know what I really like about Ancient Watcher? Is Shadow Flame. Oh. You play that 4/5. Your opponent says, "What the heck? It can't attack. I'm not gonna bother about this, right?" And then much later on, you play Shadow Flame, and then you destroy his whole board at the cost of a minion that can't do you any good. I kind of like that, but I also like the fact that when you play that, your opponent is gonna, oh, wait a minute. Why is he playing that? He has means to silence it. If he has means to silence it, it means that he can attack with a 4/5 at any point. Do I actually get rid of it before or not? An opponent can be kind of overthrown with this. And since I'm not really too impressed by these 2 cards, I'm definitely going to take it. And I still have 1 silencing minion. I have 1. So perhaps I can use him for this. It's not the best thing to do, but really now if I get another silence minion, I take it because Ancient Watcher can really be good. I take it. I like it. Welcome, Ancient Watcher. Stop watching and start acting. You're in. Okay, Guru Bashi Berserker. Oh, when we talk about him. Oh, I like that. I like that card so much in a mage deck. But here, I like it anyways. I always like it. Grimoire of Sacrifice is, yeah. I already don't have a lot of demons. I'm not gonna destroy one to restore 5 health to my hero. No way. No way, sir. This is out of the question. And here, Frostwolf Warlord has +1/+1 for each other friendly minion on the battlefield. Screw you! I take Gurubashi Berserker because I think that there's a lot of interesting plays to do with it. And by the way, I can still damage it with my Drain Lives. I can damage my Gurubashi Berserker with my underwhelming Drain Lives to give it +3 attack and restore 2 health to my hero. I can get value out of Drain Life, man. I have Gurubashi Berserker. Welcome. And here is our very last pick. We are going to see, is it going to be under or over or middlewhelming? Does that exist? Does that word actually exist? Middlewhelming? Like something that's in the middle and that whelms? I played on a whelm. I played on a whelm. On the World of Warcraft whelm. It was in the middle, so it was a middle whelm. Middle whelm. That's the only reason I could think of saying middlewhelming. Okay. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm so bad. My jokes are amazingly bad. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. You know, it's almost 10 a.m. right now. And so there's no excuse, right? There's no excuse. I can't say, it's early, man. It's early in the morning. I'm not awake yet. Or like, it's late, man. It's late. It's so late. I'm so stoned. I wish I could go to bed. No, it's like almost noon. So I've got no excuse for my bad jokes. Oh, bad jokes. Bad jokes. Terrible. Anyways, we have this last pick. Either Dark Iron Dwarf, which will actually kind of fill my theme nicely of boosting things. Acolyte of Pain, which gives me a little bit of draw power. Okay, I like Acolyte of Pain a lot in a mage deck. It's extremely good. I keep talking about mage decks because I've been playing mage all week last week, and now whenever I see a card, oh yeah, it's so good for a mage. Maybe not here. Yeah, Dark Iron Dwarf. Dark Iron Dwarf. What do we have here? Okay, let's look at this curve. We're already high on the. This is I really need to find a point to play Fairy Dragon right now. Can be targeted by spells or hero powers, but it can still be attacked by a minion. But indeed, you know what? I think this card, I've overlooked it a lot. But let's think about it. It's a 1-for-1 trade, basically. It's a 1-for-1 trade that the opponent cannot deal with it in any other means than by attacking it. Maybe it's a card that's a little bit undervalued by me. I don't know by other people, but by me probably. It's still a 2 cost for 3/2. I mean, compared to the Bloodfen Raptor, it's not that bad. Right now, in the we already have a lot of 0/1/2s though. It's really filled well. Huh. I think I'm gonna go with the Dark Iron Dwarf. I think it's probably the better pick in this theme. Gives nice possibilities for aggression, surprise attacks, and things like that. Okay, let's go with the dwarf. Mind you, if you play the dwarf, that's just something I want to talk about. Be very careful if you play it, because it gives a minion +2 attack. It's not a friendly minion, so if you have no minions on the board, don't think, oh, I can still play him. You know, it's still a 4-4-4-4. 4-4-4-4. I think I've said this earlier. 4-4-4-4. Like eating, it's something you say when you're eating waffles. You know, 4-4-4-4, and then your friend that is eating, I don't know, a turkey is saying 4-4-4-4. A dwarf for 4-4-4-4. This is a dwarf. The 4-4-4-4 gives +2. Okay, just because I like saying it's a dwarf with 4-4-4-4, I'm gonna play him. Okay, guys, this is our deck now. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? We are done with this draft. Let's call it. We have to call this. We have to give this a name, right? So we're gonna call it 4-4-4-4. For Warlock. For Warlock. 4-4-4-4 for Warlock. It's amazing. Okay, so let's please describe your deck. Man, stop with the jokes. They're terrible. Stop with the jokes. They're terrible, and my title is too long. No, my so hard to type, by the way. So hard to type. 4-4-4-4. Warlock. Okay, so let's recap. Let's recap this deck. We have a Soulfire for 1. We have Soulfire for 0. Nice removal. Shield Bearer, which we hope to do some shenanigans with. Crazed Alchemist, with a battle cry to swap the attack and health of the minion, can combine well with some of the minions we have. Charge, which is always good, either to do some early damage or to deal with minions that have to act basically as a 2 direct damage. Demon Fire. We didn't end up with having so many minions, so many demons. How many do we have? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3 with Pit Lord. So maybe I was a little bit too quick to take them. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe I should have taken the Imp Master when I had the chance. I don't remember what card I had with it. I think it was a good card though. Was it with Twisting Nether? I think it was with Twisting Nether. Not Twisting Nether, sorry. Siphon Soul. So we'll see. We'll see how much we regret taking these. We'll see. Wolf Rider, 3-1 charge. Always good to deal 3 damage for 3. Drain Life, not dealing 3 damage for 3 is not as good as dealing 3 damage for 3, but we have some utility we can take out of it anyways. We do have a little bit of plus spell power. We have 2 Dalaran Mage, or 1, I don't remember, or just 1. Okay, we have a little bit of plus spell power. It's not an extremely good card to have, but as we said, it was in situations where there was not something really good to take anyways. Grizzly with Taunt. Mind Control Tech, if my opponent has a very annoying thing, I can deal with it. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Removal. Spellbreaker, it can silence an enemy minion, or it can silence my Ancient Watcher. I was going to say Silent Watcher. The Ancient Watcher becomes a Silence Doer. Chillwind, it's Chillwind Yeti. Chillwind Yeti, 4-5-4, not like a 4-4-4. Pit Lord, which is a 7-5, deals 7 damage to my hero. I wish I had some Void Walkers instead. That would have been so good. Void Terra, oh, I would have loved you, especially in Forge. Ascension Shieldmaster, 3-5 with Taunt, always a nice number to see. Minions cost 3 more, but get lots of board presence. And anyways, if I'm in the later game, I can afford most of my minions. I don't have a very lot of high costs. Gold Shy Footman, because why not? Blood Imp, because he can stay for the whole game. I love you. Power Overwhelming, because it's not underwhelming. Ancient Watcher, because it can't attack. And we can do some nice things with it, like Shadow Flame! Succubus. Battlecry, discard a random card. It's a demon. Dalaran Mage, spell power +1. Can actually help a little bit. Not that much, but, you know. Dark Iron Dwarf, because it's a 4/4/4, and we love him. Shadow Flame, to get rid of the whole board. It's our only board clearer. I wish we had Hellfire, but we didn't. So Shadow Flame is a welcome addition. Mogushan Warden, 1/7 Taunt. That can become 7/1 with the Crazed Alchemist. Gurubashi Berserker can do a lot of damage. Siphon Soul for removal. And War Golem, because it's a beast. I am not too dissatisfied with this. Oh, and my wife comes back. So I am going to leave you guys. I wish you all had a good time. And see you tomorrow for Budget Wednesday.